And another great friend of mine, somebody that was on CNN and they didn't like him because he was too positive on Trump. Can you believe it? He happens to be Hispanic. He happens to be Hispanic, but I've never quite figured it out because he looks more like a wasp than I do. So I haven't figured that one out. But I'll tell you what, there is nobody that loves this country more or Hispanic more than Steve Cortez. Steve. Thank you, Steve. Nobody loves the Hispanics more. Who do you like more, the country or the Hispanics? He says the country. I don't know. I may have to go for the Hispanics, to be honest with you. We got a lot of Hispanics. We love our Hispanics. Get out and vote.
One more story for our panel, and that's John Bolton. This week's drama with Bolton either being fired or resigning. Susan Glasser, you have a column about this on NewYorker.com. Is it fair to suggest that Bolton was more influential when he was a Fox News commentator than when he was actually in the White House?
Well, look, it's an extraordinary question even to be asking. It seems like a relevant question, Brian. You know, the National Security Advisor is one of the most powerful positions, not only in the United States, but in the world. And Donald Trump is now going to be the only president in history to have a fourth National Security Advisor in just 3 years. That's never happened before since the position was created, given the incredible turnover and turmoil. So you asked about John Bolton. Clearly, Donald Trump hired him because of what he was saying on Fox News. Yeah. And he was a tough guy at a time when Trump had soured on the previous National Security Advisor #2. Remember, he fired that guy, H.R. McMaster, who we saw as too buttoned up and too process-oriented. What I would say is that John Bolton was able to communicate to Donald Trump in the medium that he cared most about, which is Fox TV. He now risks a situation where he goes back on Fox TV and dumps all over the president if the president is shifting his foreign policy. Bolton, unlike many of the people who've been fired, pushed out, and humiliated by Donald Trump, has said, I'm going to have my say publicly. So I'm watching to see whether he'll be the first, really, of these former national security and foreign policy officials to actually go out and speak. Remember, we have Jim Mattis right now on a book tour saying he has a duty of silence to the president after quitting in apparent protest. John Bolton, I don't think, is going to be so quiet.
And we'll see if Bolton's replacement also comes from Fox or not. One more little story here that I want to mention, Dahlia, something really exciting that Slate's doing. Their website is launching today called Who Counts? This is a project that you're asking readers to support, to look at who is underrepresented when it comes to voting. What are you all trying to explore?
I think that we're just responding to the fact that we and other media entities tend to do the thing where we wait till a week before an election to say, oh, wow, polling places are shutting? What's going on? Vote suppression is happening? Folks can't get their IDs? We want to start a year out, and we want to ask readers to help us understand gerrymandering, vote suppression, the census case, all the ways in which, again, you talked about boring process questions, these boring process questions of who counts, quite literally in America. We need to do it now, not wait till next year to figure out whose vote is being suppressed, who can't speak, who can't get ID, and we need readers to help us.
And you're asking readers to help financially with support and also with ideas.
Yeah, no, we need the readers to be a part of this, because for us to sit up on the top of the mountain and try to posit what's happening, we don't know what's happening on the ground. We need to find out now.
That's the way of the future, or the way of the present, right? To get readers, viewers as much more involved as we can.
Shante, I want to start with you, because you say the fact that this strike is even happening, quote, blew your minds. What is so mind-blowing about this?
Well, it's very mind-blowing. I never thought we would have striked. They threatened to strike back in 2007 when we walked off 2 days in a row, but nothing this big. It's very scared. I'm kind of fearful. I want it to end very soon. And
what are you afraid of, Shante?
Yes. Just being out here too long. I just want them to really agree on something, fair contract, just fair, something fair. We stood up for GM for the bailout, and I feel like we're strong now. We're going to stand, and we're going to be.
Yeah. I mean, you're a single mom, as I understand it. So how is this affecting your life?
Well, if I'm out here too long, it's going to affect it tremendously. just like we're getting $250 a week when we normally making $250 to $270 a day.
I see.
So that right there is
Yeah.
very mind blowing, and
That has a big effect on your life for sure. So Ray, what is it that you all want?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, great to see you. What do you want? Can you encapsulate it in a couple of sentences of why you're striking?
Yeah, just improvements on wages, healthcare benefits, and profit sharing across the board. A lot of things that we sacrificed back during the recession in 2007, 2008, we want to be compensated for now as the company's making record-breaking profits.
And so, Ray, you also, as I understand it, are a single dad. And so, what time did you show
Yes.
up? What time did you have to show up today to strike?
6 a.m.
Okay. And so, tell me the effect that this is having on your home and your life.
Well, being a father, the healthcare benefits are tremendously important, and trying to survive off of a reduced income is very difficult. So, going back to work and with a fair wage is very important for all of us, company-wide.
As we understand it, this is just this morning. There are still dozens of sticking points. How does that make you both feel?
Yeah. For me personally, I understand the difficulty of the negotiations and the importance of them. So this being a lengthy strike, I'm fine with that being the case as long as everything is ironed out and it's fair for everyone, because I understand the position of the company as well, trying to go forward and being profitable and being on the cutting edge of new technology and being the leader across the board with the auto industry. But also on the backside of that, the workers who sacrificed for the company to get ahead today and be profitable as it is today, we want to be compensated as well, because we took a major sacrifice over the years.